All right, I'm really excited because tonight we have a very special spotlight speaker, Jena Platt. Jena Platt has been with Juice Plus for coming up on 16 years. Can you even believe that, Jena?
No.
I
Where did
know.
that go? Oh my gosh.
I know, so crazy. But she's a busy mom, and I love just even watching Jena do what she does, because she says that her house is a circus, but for some reason she always looks flawless and manages to keep everybody together. Richard, my husband, says, I don't know how she does it, but she always looks like she just walked out of a magazine. So
God bless
it's
him.
true. So Jena, you guys probably saw on the flyer where she said, in a perfect world, the laundry would fold itself and kids would be chauffeured, and every child would have access to the tools they need to be healthy. And, that is a hard thing to do in today's world, especially with our kids. I know I raised my kids with the tool of Juice Plus, and I'm so glad that I did. And even then, I thought that we had a very toxic food environment. And I know today it's even worse. So before Juice Plus, Jena was a marketing professional. She worked with a really high-end magazine here in Denver. And then she decided to turn into a health nut and nutrition enthusiast. And she has 4 boys now. So she's got 2 older boys, and then she's got a set of twins. And so, as you can imagine, things are pretty crazy there. So Jena, thank you so much for being willing to share your story with us. I know that you are such a light for so many families, and you get to share all kinds of awesome tools to help them as well. Tell us why you're passionate about health.
I'm passionate about health because now that I have these 4 little people that I'm responsible for, I realize that I can't control everything. I can't control what they're doing every day, and what they're putting in their mouth, and how they're being fed as much as I could when they were babies. So my oldest is 11, I have an 8-year-old, and then our twins are 5. And so now they're off at school, they're at friends' houses, and we have a very busy household. So sometimes we're just like everybody else on this call, grabbing and going and just doing the best we can. But I know that I needed a tool to kind of help me help them get more of the good stuff in their bodies every day. And fortunately, I was told about Juice Plus way back in the beginning. So I feel very fortunate to have had that on board from the beginning, and just being on that and seeing what it has done in our lives has just kind of kickstarted this different passion that I didn't know that I had. Like Reagan said, I was in marketing. I was super happy where I was. And as things evolved in my career, we started having children. We had 1. And at that time I was working full time with him, but I realized I wanted more. I didn't want to miss anything. I remember being at work one day and my dad called me, who was watching him, and said, he just rolled over for the first time, but don't worry, I got it on video. And that day has stuck with me. So ever since then, I just knew that I needed to find something that was going to kind of encapsulate a passion of mine, but also be able to help me afford to be able to stay at home. So
yeah. And so how'd you hear about Juice Plus?
I heard about Juice Plus from a friend back when I was in my 20s, 16 years ago. And my husband and I were young. We were constantly on the go, working really hard, a lot of long hours. And I knew that he needed it. I know that my husband needed it because he did not touch anything green. So it was a no-brainer. We knew we needed that for him. And then I just saw the opportunity around it. I was telling all of my friends about it. I was telling my family, and it just kind of made sense to kind of start the business alongside taking the product. Never thought I was going to do anything with it because, like I said, I was very happy.
Right. I mean, and so funny too, like being a woman, we always think, oh, I have to take care of everybody else, but it made sense to you as well. And it was great because you hadn't gotten pregnant yet.
No.
And so you were able to really have that awesome nutrition on board before
Yes.
And tell us a little bit too, because I know you use Juice Plus through your pregnancies.
Yes, I feel very fortunate to have found Juice Plus before we decided to start a family. I mean, thank God we never had issues, conceiving or anything like that. Yeah, I decided to take Juice Plus as a prenatal instead of the actual prenatals, because the research that I did, I discovered they were just like a mega dose multi. Nobody could really determine, a prenatal vitamin. And nobody is talking to my doctor. They couldn't really pinpoint what exactly you needed when you're pregnant. They just kind of gave you a mega dose of it because, they thought that made sense. But, your body knows what to do with what you're giving it. So if we're giving it food, our bodies know what to do with that food. It knows how to process it, knows how to make a life. It knows how to build those cells. You just wanted to give it as much actual nutrition, not man-made synthetic, multivitamin. So I feel really fortunate. Then when our third tray, which was for a girl, and we discovered there were 2 more boys in there, I was nervous about a twin pregnancy. But we did really well. We made it to 37 weeks. I was definitely afraid they'd have to go to the NICU and be on oxygen. But no time in the NICU, great APGAR scores, and they came home with me 2 days later. So I cannot say enough how amazing it is to have that proper nutrition on board, while you're growing a life, or, just trying to take care of yourself. You just need that actual food. So.
Absolutely. So then your kids obviously have had Juice Plus from the moment that they were conceived.
Yes.
What benefits have you seen in your family the longer you've taken Juice Plus?
Well, knock on wood. We never go to the pediatrician, even during all of this, everything that's been going on these last couple of years. We have not been, and I knock on wood, we have been healthy. And I just know, we know, obviously colds and flus happen. We're not immune. It's not like a magic pill or anything. But the duration and severity of anything that we've experienced has been far less than typical. And I just, these kids, if I put down a veggie tray, I know it's going to be gone by the end of the day. Like, these guys are not as picky as their friends are. They will pick up, like, I had a preschool teacher just recently send me a photo of one of our little guys munching on a head of broccoli. She thought it was bizarre. She had to take a photo of it and send it with me. To me, I'm like, well, yeah, but she hadn't seen that in all of her time. So you just know that what you're giving them to put into their body's starting to crave in return. So it just makes sense. It all goes hand in hand. And we're not perfect, absolutely not. But, I just feel like having this insurance policy, this extra tool that I can give to them at the end of the day, makes me feel like a better mom. And believe me, anything I can get to make me feel like a better mom.
Takes away the mom guilt, right? And then as kids get older, you lose even more control because, they're off with their friends. And I always felt like, well, at least they got their Juice Plus today. And then I would find out, like you, one time my friend called and said, we went through the Wendy's drive-through and your daughter refused to eat. What have you done to your kids? And I just went, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that the metabolic programming that they've had is that they just don't like the garbage food. And I think about how much healthier are your boys going to be just because every single day you flooded all of this produce into their bodies, right? And then you're going to be around for them even longer because you are getting this nutrition and the cellular repair as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not another tool like that I found. I have done a lot of research.
Well, yeah. Speaking of the research, share a little bit about the research because
so this is absolutely key. Most of you I know are like me. We want to know what we're putting in our bodies and we want to know what it's doing. So with Juice Plus, it's the most researched nutritional product in the world. And I love that it has that backing. Is it 40 studies now, Reagan?
Over 40 now.
Over 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can actually see what it's doing in the body. We know that it's improving the immune system, reducing oxidative stress, all those things that we want to see. We want to know what it's doing. And when I saw that research, I like hands down knew that I had to share this with everybody. I knew my mom needed it. My mom's a breast cancer survivor. I knew my dad needed it. I knew my husband needed it. So it's, that research there is outstanding. Haven't found anything like that.
So sometimes people are worried about if their kids will, take it, if it'll be a struggle every day to get them to take it. Your kids, they like Juice Plus?
Oh, yes, they love Juice Plus. We have several times I have found a couple of the boys sit down to eat an entire sack, which is like a 2-month supply. So, and Juice Plus, because Juice Plus is just food, you obviously can't overdose on it like you could multivitamin like Flintstones. You'd probably unfortunately have to go get your stomach pumped or be taken to the ER, which is sad. But everybody was all good. They got their doses of vegetables those days. So no, they love it. They look forward to it. They know like 7:00 rolls around at night before they go to bed. They know that's what's they're gonna get some of their treats. So yeah.
Yeah, I've loved watching some of your videos too with the boys and helping you make shakes. And
oh yeah, we love the shakes. Have those shakes every morning. And my 2 big guys do take the omegas as well. But those are growing brains, I want to get as much of those healthy omegas in there as possible. And so we definitely love those.
So, I know, you said your circus, and I know how busy you are. And you also have a crazy dog that I was thinking about stomachs getting pumped. I think that's the one that had to get the stomach pumped in your household.
Yep. He likes to eat pacifiers.
Yes, eating things it's not supposed to. But how do you incorporate kind of keeping your circus under control at the same time as running a home-based business?
Well, I was nervous about that at the beginning, but what I found was the busier you are, the easier it is to do this business, because you are out there talking to people, you're out there meeting new people. I meet moms every day, and the constant conversation is, my kids are sick again, we're so tired, or we'd love to take a vacation and we can't do it right now. And Juice Plus is a conversation that you can weave easily into an everyday conversation. I did talk to a new mom at the preschool pickup today. These guys are just starting to get involved in a lot more competitive sporting events. So we're sitting there with these parents all day. We just pull our Juice Plus out, as a snack. It's very easy to weave into what you're already doing. Just, on a daily basis. You want to get out of the house and talk to people, you want to meet new people and carry on these conversations with you wherever you go. And it's very, very easy, I found, to do. So
yeah, what I'm hearing you say is you're doing it while you're being a mom.
Yeah, I'm doing it while I'm living my life.
And a few focus efforts. We've had some fun events that we've done together, especially, and I know that you've done all kinds of different ways to share. We maybe share some of the fun things you've done, because you've done a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I like to support other people too. So I have some friends who are yoga instructors. So we've done a couple yoga in the parks over the nice weather. We've done coffee and conversations, which is just kind of fun to schedule something to be able to get out of the house, and meet somewhere new. And, just moved into a new neighborhood recently. So in order to meet some of my neighbors, I did a salad in a jar party. I got to show off my new kitchen, which I was so proud of. So, those few fun things are kind of easy to wrap in and invite people to.
It's all about fun. That's right.
Yeah.
That's great. So Jena, what do you see as the biggest concerns for parents today trying to raise healthy kids?
I just, obviously the biggest concern is the easy access to unhealthy food. I mean, I just look at the school menus, and I know that they're trying and things are changing a little bit, but it's just so much easier to have access to that healthy food, especially when you're on the go. You just grab whatever's easiest. I totally know that, sometimes you just need to survive and grab a bagel as you're flying out the door. I just, and kids are just exposed just to so much more, and they're on the go. So you kind of have to, in my opinion, it all goes together. You have the health and nutrition part, you have the mental health part, and making sure that they're active and everything like that. And I think it all goes hand in hand. The healthier you can keep them by feeding them the best things possible, it all coincides. The healthier their state of mind is, the more they'll be able to be active, which is something these kids definitely need. I feel like this generation of kids is just a little bit different. I have to prod them to get out the door sometimes and do that, so
Yeah,
it all goes hand in hand. It all comes full circle. And I believe it starts with the nutrition basis.
absolutely. Because if they feel good, they're going to act better. They're going to be better. And boy, I've seen that. We had some kids that came to visit our house, and the mom was giving them Monster drinks and I don't even know what, some packaged goodie for in the morning for breakfast, which I would never let happen in my home. And she went somewhere, and then I had them for a couple of days, and they only ate good stuff, and it was all of a sudden they turned into nicer children. So
I've seen it firsthand.
It's really, really important. And I always think about it's a gift, right? Like you may not see changes even in your own health right away. It takes time. It takes a whole year for all of your cells in your body to regenerate. And so you think about doing that year after year after year. It's amazing, right? I mean, you start thinking then about, does that help them with their brain health for test scores down when they get to SAT age? If they still have those, then who knows? But yeah. So being that you now are home, you were able to earn enough income because you were, for obvious reasons, you were sharing with other moms in your family, which you were going to do anyway,
right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
You were able to leave your corporate job.
Yes.
And stay home and still generate a really nice income. So how, why do you think that? Because there's a lot of ways to earn money from home, especially now everybody's working from home, right?
Right.
Why do you think this opportunity is worth looking at if somebody's looking for a way to kind of be there for their kiddos and make some money?
There's no risk involved with this. When my friend told me about the business, it was $50. Now it's $52. It's like, it's nothing. And what we get back in return, all of the access to all of the tools, and right now it's so much easier to share than it was even 16 years ago when I started. All of the social media aspects, it's just so much easier to share, and really and truly, you just do what you can. I didn't have like a big goal. And over time, I was able to share it with enough people that my husband and I were like, yeah, I can stay home. And now I can afford to send, my oldest, to a private school that we've been trying to get him into, which it's just affording us more benefits, than we had in the past. It's just, why not? It was like an easy thing. This was like, of course, I'm going to share this with everybody. Everybody I know needs this. Why not? It was just,
well, they're going to get it from somebody. They might as well get it from you.
Right. And like you said, a lot of people are doing home-based businesses, but this is like, there's no overhead. There's no
quotas.
No quotas, minimums, have to. It's just do what you want to do and do what you can and have fun while you're doing it. And, just talk to people, which I love to do.
Yeah. And just be a resource for other people. That's really the key thing, right? So
yeah.
Anything else that you want to share with our group tonight that's on your heart?
Just that the people that I found, like in corporate America, everyone's just kind of out to build their own career, in this instance, in this team, with this family of people I found, like the more people help you, the faster you grow. I have never seen anything like it. It's I look forward to getting on the calls. I look forward to talking to my teammates. I look forward to doing it every day, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do more of it on a daily basis, but this business gives you the opportunity to allow yourself grace, plug it in when you can, not to worry when you can't. And you just, it's a beautiful business with a
Wow.
product that,
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Jena. You have been such a blessing to so many people. And I want to thank our guests that have gotten on, and keep shining your light, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Thank you. And we will catch you guys next time.